And we're back. Welcome back to another episode of Stop and Talk Podcast. It's your host, Francesco Marini, and we are back, guys, once again. I said that twice, but it's okay. We're back for another episode. It's May 27th, 2019, Monday, may I add. And guys, today, oh my god, I had to just get this podcast going. I'm saying that I'm doing this early. It's a Saturday, recording this, but I got a lot of shit I need to get off my chest. Alright guys, this week, oh my god, guys, okay, so, guys, this week, man, you know what, this podcast may get very ranty, cause I'm, especially today, like, I'm just, personal things not going well, and I have so much I wanna just fucking yell and just say out of my chest. I'm getting so annoyed right now with life, and all this garbage surrounding it, and I was like, this can't wait till Sunday. You know what I mean? I have a voice. It needs to be heard. I need to just fucking let it out. So, you guys, we're going to jump right into this. I'm thinking I'm a little close to the mic. Sorry for that. Guys, this week, holy shit. Okay. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I just have this built up fucking... Sorry, I'm going to try not to swear because I think I swear a little too much. I just fucking... do it again. I can't keep this in, you know what I mean? And it's gone to this point where... I held it in for so long, and it's starting to really piss me off because I see a lot of my friends doing it. I see myself doing it. I see girls doing it. You know what I mean? And I'm really just I've had it. You know what I mean? Like my body is so built up with this like frustration, and I can't even define it with a topic because I don't even think this topic exists. You know what I mean? I feel like I don't want to sound like a guru. Or a mathematician of life, but I honestly feel like there's something that is just not being addressed with my age level, and you know what I mean, or this generation of what's going on with just lying to each other and not telling anybody how they feel constantly. You know what I mean? And I may sound like a crazy ass for most of this, but I've had so much rage, maybe not rage, that's a little too far, just frustration, when you just have so much you need to just get off your chest, and there's just nowhere to put it, you know what I mean? You could fucking play basketball for 14 hours straight, or I don't even punch a wall, I don't give a hell, do whatever you want, you know what I mean? And you just still have it there, like nothing is making it get off that chest. And I could tell you what that is, guys. If you ever and if I talk fast in this podcast, I just want to warn you guys that this is just how I am when I rant. I talk fast, so I'm sorry. Maybe you guys, there's an option where you guys could put this at a slower speed, so do that. But basically, guys, oh my lord, I'm just so annoyed. If you guys ever find yourself where, and before I even start too, I would say that I'm more directing this to my age level, like high school years, maybe even college a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna add adults into this because I'm not an adult and I won't beat around the bush. I don't know how adults feel. I don't know how they go through life. I wonder a lot, and I wonder what I'm gonna be like when I'm an adult. I just can't compare my feelings right now to how an adult feels. It's just not the same. So I'm not gonna include adults. You're welcome to listen to this if there is an adult here, but I'm not going to. Don't include yourself in this. It's not about you guys because I don't know how you feel. So I'm just gonna get that cleared out of the way. But basically, guys, I'm talking to high schoolers, fucking adolescents. That's the science word, right? Don't you guys ever just have that feeling sometimes? You know what I mean? Where no matter what you do, you have like a built up frustration. Built up, like it's built up in you, and it's constantly inside of you. And you go through each day knowing it's there. But you kid yourself, you know what I mean? You lie to yourself. You're telling yourself, no, it's just a dumb feeling. It doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with me. It's just I'm tired. You know what I mean? I'm tired. I have stress. I have a lot of exams. Someone asks you, are you okay? Are you feeling good today? And you just respond with, I'm tired. You know what I mean? And yes, I understand we're teenagers. We don't get enough sleep because that's just scientifically true. But imagine always using the word, I'm just tired. I feel like this is all just bullshit because I say it myself. I say myself, no, I'm just tired. When in reality, I know it's not that. I feel a sense of tiredness, but it's not due to a lack of sleep. It's due to a lack of being honest to myself and honest to the people around me. I'm tired. I'm exhausted of not telling people, and right now, and I'm gonna be honest with you right now when saying this is like an honest paradox. I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now and tell you, like, I have a lot of honesty that I need to say, but I'm too much of a pussy to say it. And that's the problem. That I don't know what it's called, and it's something that I have. Maybe no one else has it. Maybe I'm the only goddamn person in my age group that has this. But I have so much things that I want to say on a constant basis, but I can't. And I feel each day these little things, whether it's calling somebody ugly or calling somebody annoying or telling a girl I like them or telling a girl I have feelings for them or telling your parents that you don't appreciate the way they talk to you like that. You know what I mean? I'm just spitballing random ideas here. And, they don't seem like much when you because you're not saying this, right? Because remember, this whole time you're not saying any of this. Like the whole time anything of this is going on, none of it's being shared, you know what I mean? So it builds up, you know what I mean? And different things that you want to say have different levels of build up, you know what I mean? Of build up power, like, you know what I mean? Like some things have like a higher build up, you know what I mean, than others. And over time, they accumulate, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to be insensitive here, but it's like a cancer, you know what I mean? It's like an honest cancer, you know. You have no idea what the hell that means because I don't know what to call this. You know what I mean? There's probably a word out there for it, but I just don't know. But basically, it just builds up, accumulates. You know what I mean? It's like a ball starts to form inside your chest. You know, whenever something there, and sooner or later, you know it's gonna take off. And this is my take off right now. I'm having a little bit of a tick off right now, and you just get so sad, you know what I mean? You get either some people deal with it differently. I mean I deal with it. I'm gonna be personal in this podcast, you know what I mean? Because I think most of my audience, you know what I mean, you have gotten to know me. I don't really care also because the beauty of this podcast is that I can't see your faces, so I don't really feel embarrassed because I'm talking to myself right now. So it's kind of like a form of therapy. You know what I mean? And I just hope that whoever listening to this, you know what I mean, feels related. You know, that's my goal of this podcast. You know what I mean? That's why I had to just say this, guys, because in all honesty, we go crazy on a daily basis. I know as teens, I could feel the vibes, of people, and sometimes I could tell. But I ask somebody, they look so down, and I say, "What's wrong?" And we say nothing. You know what I mean? What's so shitty about us is that, but what's amazing at the same time is that we're so willing to help others. And a lot of us out there, teenagers, basic or not, because you know what, basic has nothing to do with this right now. We're all the same. Is that we all want to be good people. We all want to be loved. We all want to love too. We want to be loved, and we want to love. You know, we want people to appreciate us, and and we ask all the time, we want people to feel like they can trust us. We ask them what's wrong. You want to offer advice. You want to offer your experiences and your personal thoughts so you can help us, a person, right? But then when someone gives you that answer of nothing's wrong, you feel a sense of like, oh shit, like it's obviously there's something wrong, but I guess I'm gonna let it go. You know what I mean? And you feel like a bit of like distrust with that person because you feel like they won't share anything with you. But then, just unknowingly, just habitually, you'll feel down someday. Who knows? I don't know what happened. You know what I mean? But we're teenagers, so shit happens every day. And you go home and you feel a certain way. And when somebody asks you the next day, "Hey, bro," or "Hey, girl, why are you so down? You look so sad. Is anything wrong?" You say nothing. You know what I mean? And you don't say nothing like literally. There's no words. You say the word nothing. And I think I'm a little close to the mic again. But why are we so lame? Like, seriously, guys. Like, I feel so... This is why I'm so upset, you know what I mean? And I feel like it's such a dumb reason to be upset today, in today's modern age, when there's so much shit to be mad about other than this. But I just can't hold it in, you know what I mean? I had to go on a bike ride today because I was so just built up rage. I'm like telling my friend, we were on a party, and I'm like, yo, I gotta just leave, and I just gotta bike this shit out. And I was on that biking trip, guys, and I was just letting shit out. You know what I mean? I was just fucking being honest with myself, and it felt great, but it felt so painful at the same time because it could be hard to be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? It could be hard to be honest with yourself. You know what I mean? Because lying is easy. Lying is a way to coat. It's a way to just add that polish to the ugly truth. You know what I mean? Because we all have that ugly truth. Great book, by the way, Diary Wimpy Kid. But it's true. We all have ugly truths. We all have shit that is just stuff we would never put on Instagram. You know what I mean? And that's just it's not really a metaphor, but it's just basically a symbol of what I'm trying to say is that, because the whole point of Instagram and Snapchat stories and all this garbage that we have, all this artificial stuff, is to display the good parts of our lives. You know what I mean? And I do it too, guys. I'm not trying to be a self-righteous ass. We all do it. I'm in this boat with you guys. That's why I'm doing this right now. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm better. You know what I mean? I think we're all in that same ship. You know what I mean? And what was I gonna say? And yeah, just that, Instagram is that way to just hide the truth. Make yourself seem like you're constantly happy, constantly going through fun things in life, when in reality, every single one of us, I don't care who you are, you could even be a goddamn teenage celebrity, child celebrity, adult person, I don't care what you do in life, at the end of the day, every single person, and I hope this is true, falls asleep. Some people have insomnia. I know if someone's listening to this, then you know who you are. But some people don't sleep. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, we're all in our beds. You know what I mean? I'm trying to metaphor that at the end of the day, we all sleep. We all end up in the same place every day. Think about it, Every single person, even that basic girl across the hall who it looks beautiful and you don't feel the same, or even that guy who is like the star basketball player and you're just you just not getting enough credit for your work. It doesn't matter. We all end up in the same place. And I'm not saying we all have to love each other and we all have to accept each other, because sometimes it can be hard to tolerate others, and I understand that. We've all been there. There's people in my life I can't stand, and I'm sure there's people in your life that you can't stand, and I'm sure that people can't stand me. You know what I mean? And I understand that. I'm aware of that. But I'm asking, to just us, we have to all collectively, as a group of people, we need to just stop lying to ourselves. You know what I mean? Telling ourselves that constantly we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Going through life hiding the fact that we go through so much deep ass shit, because you know what the fact of a teenager is scientifically proven. We go through so many different emotional changes month to month. We have months it's like it's like we go through these highs we go through these highs of highs, you know what I mean? I'm in these lows of lows. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to say we're bipolar because that's an overused word. But we're something, and this is the word I can't find. There's no word for it. And if there is, I'm not smart enough to know. But it's somewhere there. It's somewhere there. And I just don't know what it is. But it's definitely there. I know it is. And that's just the fact of the matter. We're just go through life, you know what I mean? Displaying good shit about each other. That's just not true. You know what I mean? Some of it is, whatever, I know you went to Larone and you had a great time and you want to post it. That's awesome. But you know what I mean? There's times in the day where you're sad because somebody broke up with you, or you're sad because you want to tell a girl or a guy how you feel, but you just can't bring up the courage, you know what I mean? But obviously we're not posting that on Instagram, you know what I mean? And if we do, it's in some weird petty way, and that I hate. Like, honestly, don't you guys hate girls who post, like, these quotes that obviously have to do with their life, but they just won't admit it? Like, it's so annoying. It's like, just admit it, man. Like, it's so obvious. Oh, guys. Oh. Alright, my rant is over. I'm sorry for that. I'm sorry. God damn it. That was so much shit. I had to just let that shit off. I didn't even ask, how's your week? How was your week, guys? I know weeks could be difficult, as I just fucking ranted. But yeah, how is life? How is life treating you guys? Is it treating you good? I got exams coming up, so I'm obviously a little bit stressed right now. I got I got mad shit, you know. I'm in secondary four, so I got so much exams. I don't know if it's the same in the States. No one in the States listens to this, so I'm not gonna really explain that part. But you guys all know what secondary four means, and that's what I got to do. And I didn't even start studying yet. You know what I mean? I think I'm one of those people that can really go into an exam like really mellow. Like I don't really need to study like weeks. I think like a two or like really one to three good study sessions gets me where I want to be. I'm sorry to people who take more. Uh, but yeah. Shit, man, I fucking went off there. Guys, oh my god. I hope I didn't come off crazy though, you know what I mean? Cuz like I said before, this is a form of therapy for me, you know? Talking into this mic, there's no one here, right? So it feels like just feels like I'm talking to myself, feels like therapy. But man, this shit I got built up man every day. And I'm very confident that you guys feel the same way. But if you don't, then holy hell, I sound like a really weird person. And I understand that. Guys, oh lord. You know what? On a more brighter subject, or maybe a more delicate one, today is Game 6 for the Raptors. Holy hell! By the time this comes out, the Raptors either won or lost. But I did not watch the game yet, so oh my god, I don't know what's happening. Very, very worried. Very, very worried. But I'm so excited, man. Holy hell! You know, if they lose this game, I'm gonna be so sad. I'm gonna be so sad, you know what I mean? But I understand a lot of you guys don't really understand that, so I'm not gonna move on. We're gonna move on to another subject because I understand. Not everybody here likes the Raptors, and if you don't, watch basketball, guys. Basketball is just such a good sport, you know what I mean? And it teaches so many good values. Like I don't know why no one likes basketball. Basketball's like the most beautiful sport on the planet. I'm sorry, but it is. Oh my god, guys! Oh my lord! You know what? I shouldn't be saying this publicly, but my parents don't listen to this, so you know what? I don't really care. From June 2nd, maybe I shouldn't say the dates. In in the near future, my parents are going away, and I'm a 16-year-old, and I have a house to myself for a week. Oh my lord! Dreams have come true. Dreams have come true, my friends. And you know what? I am so friggin' pumped about this freaking week, man. I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know. I'm probably just gonna end up watching movies, but you know, oh my god. I don't know about you guys, but I'm so fucking lucky that I got to have the house myself. Like, you know how hard it was to convince them they could let me, you know, they could like trust me. Guys, it took so much. It took so much. But I got them. And now they trust me. Idiots. I'm gonna mess this place up nicely. And it's gonna be nice. Nah, but I'm serious, I think I'm gonna take care of it. I'm thinking of having like a chill party though, like just like a chill thing, 2 or 3 people. You know what I mean? Just have like a chill thing. I don't know how it's gonna work. I still gotta invite people to that. If you guys are down, text me. But yeah, I'm so down for that. You know what I mean? Rant. We could have like little rants. I may even get some ganja. Could be cool. I haven't smoked in so long, man. What the hell? Oh god, guys. Honest, serious question. How much weed is too much weed? You know what I mean? Because when I smoke, right? Like I love it. You know, I'm a fucking religious. I would smoke it religiously if I could, but I can't. So I'm like a kind of like a. I like pray for my bed, if you know what I mean. I don't go to church. But basically, guys, and I'm like, so when I smoke, guys, and I can smoke like 1 J, you know what I mean, one sandwich, and by the end of that sandwich, I'll feel so kind of like, I'll feel like good. I might trip out though, and guys, I'll never forget that story. If you guys watched my first ever podcast, a lot of people have, so you guys would know about that story of like I had a party and guys, I tripped out so hard. One joint, well, that wasn't a joint. There was like 14 puffs of like a wax pen, guys. Oh my god, I thought I saw the universe. I don't know if you guys have ever watched Avengers, but there's this one Avengers movie, is Age of Ultron, where Scarlet Witch touches each one of the Avengers and they go into like this trance. That was me. Like I swear to God. I was feeling it so much. I sat down on the couch and I just saw my future. It was a fake future, obviously. Like I didn't see actually the future, but I was just in a different ass world, man. I saw some shit. Holy hell. That was like my first time tripping out. Tripping out, tripping out. You know what I mean? Like, everybody trips out. Everyone trips out momentarily. They're like, holy hell, where the hell am I? And I'm like, fuck, I'm in my fucking friend's basement. Nice, chill. But then, there are some times where you're just kind of like, what the fuck is happening right now? And that's kind of like what happened to me. Oh my god. So that's why I wonder, like, how much weed is too much weed? There should be like a label. You know what I mean? Like, if you don't like when you're a kid and you need to have pills, but you're like, oh, you can only have half a pill because you're 5 years old. There should be like, oh, you can only have half a weed because you're barely smoking weed, or you're 16 years old, so you don't have too much, or you're gonna trip out. That would be so sick. Oh my god, imagine that. Imagine that, like a trip out meter. Imagine you had like a wax pen, right? And every time you take a puff, it tells you how many puffs there is until you reach that point of tripping out, tripping out. You know what I mean? Like, oh, and then it even talks to you. It's like a Siri voice. It's gonna be like, hold on, one more puff, and you will reach a state of permanent highness. And I'm like, fuck that shit. And you smoke it. Imagine. That'd be so fucking awesome. Oh man, that'd be dope. I love weed, guys. Can you tell? I have a problem, maybe. Maybe like a little bit of a problem. Like, I liked weed so much, I used to call this podcast. You know what I mean? I did it with my siblings. That shit did not work out. You know what I mean? Not like it's working out now. I think now the only thing that's different between then was that I took the podcast as like kind of like we were doing testing, right? So like a bunch of my brothers, they came up with the idea like, yo, we should do a podcast, and I'm like, dope. Can I be the host? They're like, yeah, for sure. So we did it, and I'm like, oh, this is podcast episode 1. I remember we used to call it Forever Endless. It was weird. Well, it wasn't like a spiritual phase. Oh god. You know what? Let's talk about that. You know, I feel like everybody in this planet, maybe not everybody, you know, that's a fucking lie. But I feel like a lot of people in this world, like a solid 60%, go through a spiritual phase where they really appreciate nature and all that garbage. And look, I know there's a huge negative connotation to it. And rightfully fucking so. But I used to be like in this phase, guys, where I was like, I don't know why. Like, let me just like set the background, because like if I just start like saying it, maybe I know what makes sense. So last year, obviously, it's obvious. A lot of people who listen to this podcast know I was in a relationship, right? And a lot of people don't know this, but right by this, I'm getting really personal right now. So, well, whatever, fuck it. Everyone knows me here. But last year I was in a relationship, right? I won't say the name. I'll spare her the embarrassment. But I was in just kind of like a mentally shitty relationship. It was my first relationship, so obviously, I was like new to this shit, and I was really into it. Like, I was really down for a lot of shit. You know what I mean? And when you're willing to do whatever it takes to keep something going, it could get toxic. You know what I mean? Toxic. And I'm not saying it was her fault or it was my fault, but I think collectively it was just a bad thing. And I'm not gonna say we both, because I don't know her. I don't know. I don't want to say her perspective, because I don't think that would be fair. But personally, I got out of that shit, and I was just kind of like, I felt like I'd been washed up on the shore. I felt new. I felt like I was like new again. But something was just missing. Like, I forgot how to be alone with myself. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've spoken about this numerous times on this podcast. You know what I mean? Of how we are when we break up with our girls at my age. But I had just gotten out of like a long relationship. You know, like 60%, like 70% of the year. You know what I mean? And boom, I was immediately out of my first relationship by myself. You know what I mean? I had no idea, guys. I totally forgot. It's amazing how if you're in a relationship for barely a year, you forget how to be alone with yourself. You know what I mean? You forget what it's like to be alone. So, guys, finding my path to aloneness took a weird turn. And basically, my sister. And I love her. You know what? Big ass shout out to Cecilia. You know, she helped me through a lot. You know what I mean? She's listening to this right now, which she's probably not. Really big thank you. Like, you know, you always have to have that person in your life that could really help you set proper shit straight. You know what I mean? She was definitely there for me in those tough times. But guys, it was hard, you know, and she brought me in. She's a spiritual person. At the time she was vegan. And I wasn't. So you guys could already see where I'm going with this. She wasn't. And being newly veganized has this weird weird things, you know what I mean? And she's a very spiritual person. She is very in touch with like feminism. We've talked about that already. I'm not going to get into it. With feminism, equality, uh, you know what I mean? Living off of low wages, you know, because she doesn't want to be a rich capitalist person, you know what I mean? Like, she's very spiritual. She's very into that way of life, you know what I mean? So, obviously, she's older than me. She's actually 26 at the time, 25 at the time. And it should come to no surprise that, you know, she's kind of a role model for me, right? Because she was in that game. She was in that, you know what I mean, like, boy-girl game, you know what I mean? Like, she knew. She knew what to do. And I'm not going to say too much. I'm not going to say that stuff like it's not none of you guys' it's business, honestly. But basically, I looked up to her, you know. So I'm not gonna lie, I might be around a bush. I copied, you know what I mean. I copied her. I wanted to be like her. I wanted to have her way of life. 'Cause I saw the way she was happy, and I'm like, I want to be that way. You know what I mean? So, none other way to be happy than to follow in her diet, right? So I became vegan too. That's why I'm vegan to this day because of that. You know what I mean? So I really owe that to my first relationship, I guess you could say. And oh my god, guys. Once summer ended, right? I just went on this turn. Like, I think for like a month or two. I went on this super hard spiritual path. Like, I'm telling you, I did yoga every day. God, I talked about it every time I could get. You know what I mean? I was just a douche, a spiritual douche. uh, it was a pretty ugly time, honestly, for me. But and a funny story actually, like in like the midst, like in the eye of the storm of the spiritual phase, I actually went on like this thing with a girl. Okay, I won't say who it is again, to spare me the embarrassment this time around. And we went to the old ports, and we sat down on this bench, right? And we were just chilling. And being spiritual has this like honesty to it, but it also has like its self appreciation to it. And when so you appreciate yourself and you tell about all the good shit about yourself, you know what I mean? Without being shy, you know, because who cares? And I remember this is a stupid guy. I'm so stupid, guys. I was so bad. We sat down on this bench, and I specifically remember her being so shy and so like surprised at how much shit I was sharing. You know what I mean? I was sharing so much, being so weird. You know what I mean? And at one point I was like complimenting my own ass. I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I was like, yo, be honest, my ass is kind of nice. And but like we always say that as a joke, but I like meant it. I was like trying to get her to see it. You know, it was really weird. And I ended up and then she was like, yeah, I guess. And then my asshole, I was like, oh, this day went nice. You know what I mean? I think she's cool. And then when she left, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, that shit went nice. And I swear to God, to this day, I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? That was like when I was like, okay, yo, I'm done with the spiritual phase. I don't like it anymore. Like, I'm fucking up everything. And it wasn't easy to let go of. It sounds like a drug. But in time, I let go of it. You know what I mean? Because it was really, I took it to an intense point. It's weird. Being spiritual is weird. You know what I mean? You find yourself like who I am today was because I was spiritual. You know what I mean? It's just you take it so far because you think you're the best because you know, like, you think you know so much more, but you don't. You're just a stupid person who thinks they're like magical. You know what I mean? This ain't Hogwarts. There's no Harry Potter here. You know what I mean? So that's kind of like what happens. You know what I mean? What time is it? Raptors game about to start. Okay, good. But yeah, that's just basically it. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to be mean to anybody. You know, I really I love anybody. But if you counter a hard ass spiritual person, don't be mean to them. Let them talk their shit off. It's just a phase they're going through. They need help. It's a cry for help. Trust me, being spiritual is a cry for help. It's like when all shit does not work for you, you turn to being spiritual. You know what I mean? But honestly, for everybody, it's different. Obviously, there's exceptions to this rule. Not everybody turns to being spiritual because, they're crying for help. Some people do it because, you know what I mean, it's just so natural to them. But I think, honestly, most people do it because they're like, okay, this shit, normal life did not work out for me, so I'm going to take this other path. so I could feel more superior than others. I'm being honest. But I realized what I was doing was wrong, so I kind of just hopped off that train, and I am who I am today. Very carefree, don't give a shit about nothing, and you know what I mean. I don't think my way of life is the best way of life. You know what I mean? And I think it's the best way of life for me at the moment. I think it's what I need to be like right now, personally. You know what I mean? But everybody's different. Everybody has different needs, different values. And it wouldn't be fair for me to say this is how you have to be, because it's just not true. You know, everybody's different. Everybody has their own different points of view. And whatever works for you, you do it. You know what I mean? If you feel like you need to be an honest person, be honest. If you feel like you need to be a little bit basic for a little bit, you know what? Fuck it, do it. Be basic for a little bit. Maybe you have to see what it's like to be on that side. We've all been there. We've all done that. Try it out for yourself. You know, if you feel like you need to fucking strip. It's weird to say, but I feel like that's why people do it. Explore yourself. Explore your mind. Wingardium Leviosa. Anyway, guys, holy shit, man. I fucking went on a spiritual ass path. I am fucking sorry. Holy hell. I thought this was gonna be with somebody today, yo. I was planning on doing this with somebody today, but they dropped out last minute. Fuck. And I am doing this alone. So, hint why I'm ranting. But, and so, yeah, basically, that's why I'm fucking livid right now. But I'm good. I talked to you guys. You guys helped me out. And we reached this point now where I think I feel a little bit better, because I was honest with you guys. So, you know what? That's the fucking message of this week, this Monday, May 27th, is to be honest with people around you. You know what I mean? And if people can't take this shit, then you're talking to the wrong person. If they cannot help you out with your problems, then maybe they're just not the right person. You know what I mean? That could be harsh to say, but if time and time again they prove that they cannot help you and they can only help themselves, maybe it's time to look for a new friend. Toxic people, very relevant. But anyway, guys, I'm not gonna bore you any longer. I'm not gonna rant. I'm done with this shit. I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat some pasta, because my stomach has nothing in it now. I hope you guys learned something new this week. Fuck, I sure did. I will be back next week. And obviously, you can find me being slapped in the face, or at frank._.0215 on Instagram. And I have a new Instagram. It's actually, follow me on SNP_podcast on Instagram. It's my podcast. I think I'm going to start posting like little clips of podcasts, you know what I mean? So look out for that stuff, you know. But yeah, basically just that sort of thing, you know? And you can also follow me on Frank_1502 on Snapchat, the basic social media. I was told I say basic way too much. I agree. I fucking agree. But it's so easy to use. Anyway, guys, I will see you guys next week for the fucking first podcast of June of next week. Holy hell. It feels so weird to say June. See you later, you motherfuckers.